All right, guys, injuries. We have K1 with a calf, didn't return, and Josh Norman with a chest, didn't return. Dante had a stinger. He came back in. Go ahead, guys.
With Josh's injury, is that a pec injury that you know?
Yeah, chest injury.
Severe?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
How about with K1's?
Just a calf. He did it early in the game and couldn't come back, so I'm not sure anything more than that, but always worried when it's a calf and couldn't come back in.
Okay, thank you. Kyle, when you checked scores there at the end, even though they didn't have any timeouts, did you feel like there was maybe too much time just knowing who was on the other side there?
Yeah, you always worry with Aaron on the other side. That's why we didn't use any timeouts. We're hoping to take it down, but it was a hell of effort by Juice to get in.
Obviously, you want to score there, but was that play call designed just to get closer? Did you think it had a chance to go?
I think he hit the last guy in the progression on the check down. Just had a hell of an effort running after the catch.
Your message to the team at halftime, it seemed like they came out a little bit more fired up. You had that drive to start the half that was much more successful.
We had to play a lot better than we were. I was pumped at how the special teams kind of changed that, got us going a little bit, scoring right there before the end of the half. Then I knew offense had a chance to start with the ball, so I was just big on them to go out and set the tone and go down and get a score to get this game back in reach, and they did that to start.
Why did you choose to mostly use Kyle Juszczyk as your lead back in the first half and stay away from Trey Sermon?
We didn't use him as our lead back. He got a few runs, but no, he was never used as our lead back.
Why did you not utilize Trey Sermon that often or run the ball as much as you normally do?
We tried to use everybody today. And I think Trey had 10 carries. I think Juice had 4. I'm not sure how it ended up.
Jimmy's game, obviously, another slow start, a nice finish, but had the mistake with the fumble there. And what happened on that play?
I thought Jimmy played real well tonight. The fumble there, there was a screen. He got let through way too early. It was a play-action screen. Right when he turned it around, it looked like 97 was in his face, and he tried to get rid of it and threw it backwards.
What about the interception? I mean, it's hard to tell whether it was just a great play from.
Yeah, I thought it was a good route by George. He got by the front side safety. I thought it was a hell of a ball when it left, and then on the backside corner came out of nowhere and made an unbelievable play on it.
How much before you put Trey Lance in do you decide, or does it come into your mind that you're going to do that?
It's just like any other play, and it has to do with the down and distance situation you're in and what you're thinking to get. It's not like you're making subs to change everything. You're bringing him in to run a specific play, and you wait till you feel like running that play.
You were struggling to run it consistently. When that happens, does that make you more think about putting Trey in more just because of his running aspect?
No, not really. They got to play it a certain way for Trey to run. You're not just going to play him like a running back. So, no, that don't really change anything.
Kyle, I realize you haven't had time to just kind of sit back and reflect on this game, but just your take immediately after this game about how you guys played and where you think your team is, and what this game told you about your team.
I think we got to play a lot better than we did. Just some of the mistakes that we made, especially early in the game in the first half, especially on third down in some critical situations. I think what you guys saw there at the end, just getting back into the game, shows some of the players we have on our team. I thought there were some great individual efforts of guys just making unbelievable plays that got us in and gave us a chance to win that game. But some mistakes that we made throughout the game, you don't win a lot of football doing that, and that's what we got to clean up.
The three big pass interference calls go against you. You think you guys were just reaching a little bit? Did you get a look at some of those plays?
Some of them, yeah. Some I disagreed with. Some seemed like I realized they were going to call them. Stuff we hope for, too, on our side.
It looked like Sampson maybe got held on that 25-yard throw to Devontae Adams. How do you assess penalties when it's a game like this?
You don't. You just deal with it, and you just have to live with it. We've had to deal with those for a long time.
Broadcast showed you meeting LaFleur at midfield. Very quick exchange. Was that just emotions? I know you guys are normally closer.
Yeah, I think I was just pissed about the game. Ended on the last play and wasn't trying to hang out too long in the middle of the field.
You've obviously got a lot of cornerbacks down. Do you have to alter the defense when that happens, or are you just like, let's just play who we got?
No, you think about everything. As any play caller, offense, defense, and special teams, when you lose guys, it affects every play call. But you also got to try to win the game. You can't just stick with one thing because you're missing someone. You got to mix it up, and you got to know when to pick and choose, when to take your chances, when to be safe. And always when guys go in and out, whether it's at corner at any position, it always has effect on everything.
because of the trouble on the game after the two-game stay over. Were there any of those issues going on today?
No, I didn't feel that at all. I thought our guys were geeked up, ready to play. I thought they were moving fine. We just got to execute a little bit better.
How about Trent's kick return?
That was awesome. I mean, he's done a good job for us here in these 2 weeks, and that was a big-time play at a time that we needed the most.
Were you surprised Adams came back at the end?
Yeah, it was. I was surprised how quickly it was.
Take 3 more.
Do you tell Trey, or does someone tell him, this is a series you might get some time? Just
No.
so he's prepared? You do not do that?
Nope, that's why it's just plays that we're running. It's not like you're subbing someone, you're just putting in someone to run a different play, and you usually don't know when you're going to run that play till the situation based off down and distance and where you're going. So that's why he's always there, ready to sub in next to all the other running backs and tight ends and receivers.
You had 3 running backs in uniform who didn't get carries today. Is it just that they're just not far enough along in the offense to get back there?
No, and just, I mean, if a lot of guys don't get a ton of carries if no one gets hurt in the game. I mean, I think we mixed it up with a bunch of carries with a number of guys, George, Debo, Trey, and Juice. But that was nothing against those guys. It just didn't play out that way.
You feel more comfortable with Debo, Kittle carried the ball as opposed to the newer guys?
Not necessarily. That was just the game plan that we used today, and we would have been fine with those guys going in, but sometimes you want to give them to receivers and sometimes tight ends.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, guys.